Greetings and welcome back. In this installment, we will focus on the next round of updates and upgrades, as well as those that are targeted for completion sometime prior to the trip. Sakina has now been put on the hard for the next winter season, and the winterization process has been completed. And although not shown here, she is covered to help protect her from the snow. Coming up this winter, if I can get to her through the snow and am not forced into hibernation by the cold, I'd like to add a DC distribution panel. Create a cap for the steering station wiring conduit so that it will not serve as a drain from the cockpit into the cabin if pooped. Replace the toilet with something my wife prefers, even if it reverts before the trip. I like the convertible Raritan PH2E, but I've read some bad reviews about it. Then add a gas cylinder isolation box, although I just heard that if you use compressed natural gas, it's not necessary. And then refine the aft companionway. Then in the spring, before getting on the water, I'd like to replace the cutlass bearing. Get the rigging professionally checked, and while doing that, add lazy jacks for sail handling, add a masthead anchor light, add a masthead wind instrument, and replace the steaming light. I'd also like to change from indoor-outdoor carpeting to plastique flooring. Improve the head ventilation, and then add aft cabin ventilation. After we get on the water for 2016, I'd like to add a bimini and perhaps a boom tent, and make the cockpit lockers watertight. Finally, before October 2017, I'd like to add an AIS transceiver, add solar cells and a charging controller. I'm thinking about 2,000 watts. Get a bigger delta anchor and refresh the anchor rode. Add a stern anchor for emergencies. Convert to freshwater engine cooling. Get a folding bike. Get a trip dinghy, although the type is uncertain. But then what about power? Are there lightweight diesel outboards that are low cost? Or how about a torpedo? Then get an Iridium Go satellite hotspot. Get an EPIRB. But do I need that if I have the Iridium Go? Then get the vessel documented. But then I've heard recently that that's not necessary. Finally, add a water maker. FYI, I do not presently intend to run all the lines to the cockpit. While there are some pros to that, I heard there are some significant cons, like friction and maintenance. That's it for now. That's enough. I have far more desire than I have budget. In fact, I eliminated over $5,000 worth of stuff from the list in considering this installment. So, it will be interesting to wrestle with the remaining options and the money. Please comment if you have questions, or comment if I have missed something important which I must have, or at least should consider. Please. What's next? I'm wrestling with the order of the next two installments. They are a review of the tentative trip plan as recently reshaped by some information about African slavery in the Americas and the Caribbean, which ongoing research has brought to light, and a short question and answer session. You will know which comes first within the next week, so stay tuned to this channel. Thanks for watching. By the way, what are you doing with your freedom?